Lee only deletes one crucial photo in Alex Garland's 2024 dystopian film Civil War. Civil War's cast is led by Lee's Kirsten Dunst, Wagner Moura, Kelly Spaney, Jesse Plemons, and Nick Offerman, who plays a tyrannical United States president. Civil War offers a hypothetical near-future scenario in which 19 states secede from the country. The Western forces, led by the unlikely alliance of Texas and California, have militarized under a new American flag with 2 stars as opposed to 50. There is also the Florida Alliance, who are depicted in battle with the loyalist state of South Carolina in the film and play a major part in the violent DC showdown in Civil War's ending. Garland's ambitious film was produced by popular independent production company A24 in what can be considered its first action blockbuster effort. With a reported budget of roughly $50 million, Civil War marks a bold expansion for A24 from its traditional brand of independent content, which has become a staple of the modern cinematic landscape. Civil War's box office success and certified fresh Rotten Tomatoes critic score of 81% helped it become one of the studio's highest-grossing movies, earning a worldwide total of $122.6 million. It has the biggest opening weekend box office out of any A24 movie after earning $25.7 million in its first few days in theaters. As Lee, Jesse, Joel, and Sammy make their trip to DC to interview Offerman's president character, Lee opens up to Sammy about why she got into photojournalism and war photography in the first place, telling him that she thought she was sending a cautionary message home that would ultimately make a difference in the world. When the audience meets Lee in Civil War, she is existentially exhausted and professionally jaded, desensitized to the horrific realities of her job and the state of the country. As Jesse's reluctant mentor, Lee is placed at a crossroads in encouraging Jesse to follow her career aspirations while knowing the horrors and tragedies that come with the job. After Sammy is shot and killed in Civil War, Lee does her job by taking a photograph of him but ultimately deletes it, unwilling to reduce one of her greatest colleagues and friends to another subject in one of her pictures. This contradicts a sentiment she makes to Jesse early on in the film after Jesse asks her whether or not she would take a photo of her dead body, replying with a blunt, "What do you think?" Despite what Lee had told Jesse about the grim truths of their job, she ends up deleting the photo of Sammy after looking at it later on, which is the only time she's shown deleting a photo she took in the film. Lee deleting the photo of Sammy's death connects to her Civil War arc. Lee begins to unravel after Sammy's death. Lee is a hardened veteran who knows that getting personally involved is one of the biggest, and most dangerous, things that a war photographer can do. After Sammy heroically saves Jesse, Joel, and Lee from a terrifying confrontation with Jesse Plemons' militant character, it's discovered that Sammy had been shot while they were driving away to safety. Even though Lee has likely seen hundreds of deaths in front of her eyes, Sammy's death forces her to become less desensitized to what she photographs. Ultimately, she couldn't separate the emotion of Sammy's death from the unemotional requirements of her job, which struck a chord deep within her.